OutDaughtered. From birthday parties to Easter surprises, how the Busbys are sailing through the pandemic. The Busby family has been staying indoors ever since the lockdown was implemented following the coronavirus pandemic onslaught. Here's how they have been making it their new normal. The coronavirus pandemic altered the lives of billions after it enveloped the globe with its deadly reach. With most countries going under lockdown, the lives of people shifted from normal routines, and they were forced to adopt many changes as the new normal. With the risk of lives and health, the production team of the show, OutDaughtered, thought it would be best for shooting to be cancelled, but that did not stop the Busby family from highlighting how they have been living their days during the lockdown. The Busby family took it upon themselves to shoot the latest episode June 30 of the show. Ever since the pandemic made the government order families to stay indoors, Adam and Danielle had been finding it hard to take care of their 6 children. With the Quints being hyper and energetic, the struggle to get them all seated for their online classes made Adam and Danielle reminisce the time when things were normal. Despite this, they knew they had to take matters into their own hands and work towards ensuring that all the children had fun learning and didn't mind staying at home. For this, Danielle managed to come up with games that would keep everyone busy. Right from having a fashion show to making a Busby fort using sheets, the Busby parents had some tricks up their sleeves to keep everyone busy. During their lockdown period, they also managed to celebrate the birthdays of the Quints and had an Easter hunt on the occasion of Easter. While the Quints' birthday consisted of cupcakes and ice cream, they managed to have more fun activities after a couple of days when all their birthday supplies were delivered to the house. With coronavirus taking over the city, the Busbys struggled to get the party decorations in place, but once they did, Adam and Danielle made sure they had the perfect relay race planned for all the children to enjoy. While they managed to put on a good show, the Easter celebration did not go as planned. Adam decided to dress as the Easter Bunny, but instead of loving the idea, the Quints got scared and started crying. Danielle managed to calm them down and was surprised by the reaction. Once everyone calmed down, the family managed to have a good time. As the Busbys struggled to accept change as their new normal, things changed 1 month into the quarantine. Adam and Danielle admitted they were happy to be healthy and blessed as they continued enjoying every time they spent as a family. OutDaughtered, why the Busbys took a break and why they're returning. After taking a 2-year hiatus, Danielle and Adam Busby recently announced that their family will be returning for an all-new season of OutDaughtered. The couple shared their lives on screen with their daughter and Quintuplets, but after filming wrapped in 2021, they decided to take a much-needed break. Now they have decided to step back into the spotlight to share their parenthood journey again. Danielle and Adam from OutDaughtered gained attention in 2015 when they became parents to the first-ever all-female Quintuplets born in the U.S. It was an unexpectedly wild ride for the couple as they learned to navigate caring for 5 newborns and their 4-year-old daughter, Blake. They juggled the demands of parenthood, careers, family, and marriage in front of the camera for 8 seasons of OutDaughtered before taking a hiatus. The Busby family is finally back and excited to share their lives with the world again. COVID played a big role in why the Busbys stepped back. Danielle and Adam posted a video on their YouTube channel, It's a Buzz World, to openly discuss why they felt the need to take a break from reality TV. The show had followed their lives since their 5 quintuplets, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, came home from the hospital. The demands of filming, coupled with raising all 6 of their children, became a lot to handle, but a big reason they walked away from their successful reality show, OutDaughtered, was because of COVID and the way it affected everything. In the video, Danielle explained how COVID affected everything for people. She said, COVID took a big turn for how things are done. How do businesses work? How do people work at home? And how do you do things with your kids? So there was just a drastic change for not only everybody else, but for us too. And we took time at that point to just reassess and say, okay, God, what's in our future now? The couple didn't know what was ahead for OutDaughtered, but felt they needed to take a break to focus on their family. Danielle said it was a hard decision, but they knew it was the best thing they could do for their family because when COVID shut everything down, they took the opportunity to reconnect without having any other commitments or obligations. Adam also explained that the pandemic changed how the show was filmed, which played a role in their decision as well, and he said, A typical season of this show would take 3 to 5 months tops, and through COVID, it took close to a year. The Busby family is all on the same page. The Busbys lean heavily on their faith, and their relationship with God keeps them grounded. Once the last season of OutDaughtered finished filming in 2021, they felt they were done, and they had no intention of returning to TV again. They explained they did a spiritual fast that opened their eyes to what God had called them to do next, and they had a lot of people in their lives that made it clear their story was making an impact. This is the moment they both realized their reality TV career wasn't over, and they had a life-changing call with the show. Now Danielle and Adam are executive producers on the show, which allows them to have more input and be more involved in the direction of OutDaughtered. They feel they have a new perspective and mindset when it comes to filming. Their main priority remains the same, which is to make sure that their children are happy and they have a fun experience sharing their lives with the world. Danielle and Adam are excited about this new chapter of their lives and said the new season of OutDaughtered will look different compared to seasons past. The girls have all grown up so much since their last TV appearance, which will bring a new dynamic to the show. The couple is excited about all the support they have received over the years, and Season 9 of Who is Deb on OutDaughtered? The church grandma helps with the Busby girls. Fans who have watched TLC's OutDaughtered from the very beginning know that Adam and Danielle Busby have their hands full. And that's putting it mildly. With 6 daughters, Blake, 9, and 5-year-old Quintuplets, Olivia, Ava, Hazel, Parker, and Riley, life is loud and chaotic, sure. And there's never a dull moment. Now that the Quints are a bit older, Adam and Danielle's lives have gotten easier in some ways. The younger girls have long since ditched their diapers, and they no longer require middle-of-the-night feedings. That doesn't mean they don't still need an extra set of hands sometimes, or a babysitter for date night, for that matter. Both of Adam's parents, as well as Danielle's mom and sisters, are often featured on OutDaughtered helping with their 6 rambunctious daughters. However, there's also a woman named Deb who sometimes steps in to lend a helping hand with the Busby kids. But who is Deb on OutDaughtered? Who is Deb on OutDaughtered? She's not a regular cast member of OutDaughtered, but an older woman named Deb is shown helping out with the Busby Quints from time to time. Back in Season 2 on Episode 10, which was titled The Quints Take Manhattan, Adam and Danielle were invited to appear on Good Morning America with their daughters. They had done live interviews for the show from their own home before, but never actually at the New York City studio itself. The mere thought of having 5 toddlers who were around 15 months old at the time in NYC was seriously stressing out Danielle. So the Busbys decided to bring along 1 adult per quintuplet in order to make the experience infinitely easier and safer for everyone involved. Danielle's mom, Michelle aka Mimi, along with Adam's parents, Philip and Tyrell Busby, tagged along. Another close family friend, Deb, also traveled with the Busbys. In addition to being assigned to a Quint during the trip, Deb actually ended up saving the day right before Adam, Danielle, and the girls appeared on GMA. It was about a half hour ahead of their live appearance when a GMA producer requested the Quints to wear Good Morning America t-shirts on the show instead of the matching dresses Danielle had brought along with them. This would have been NBD, except the Busbys hadn't brought pants for the girls to wear with the shirts. That's when Deb stepped in to save the day. Thank God Deb offered to go run back to the hotel and grab some pants, because we only have 30 minutes before we go live and there's no time to waste, Danielle said, as she was getting her makeup done for the show. Of course, this is only one specific OutDaughtered storyline involving Deb, who has become basically another grandma to the Busby girls, according to Danielle. An August 2017 tweet from the mom of 6 declared, "Love me some Granny Deb and Leah. They are the best church family grandmas to the Quints." Fans have also taken notice of Deb on OutDaughtered, and they seem to think she's pretty awesome for her work in wrangling Adam and Danielle's girls, too. Let us thank the brave souls of Deb, Lee, and Adam's parents for watching the 10 kids. One viewer tweeted in October 2018 alongside clapping hands emojis. Deb has been helping Danielle and Adam from the beginning of their journey with Quintuplets, it seems. In November 2016, another fan of the TLC series tweeted, "Ms. Deb needs a spin-off show." Personal details about Deb, such as her last name, how long she's known the Busbys, etc., are difficult to find online. But maybe that's by design. What we do know is she's a super generous woman who has basically become a third grandma to Blake and the Quints. And fans definitely hope to keep seeing more of Deb on OutDaughtered. OutDaughtered Season 7 premiere date, time, and schedule. PMCT on TLC. The parenting series follows married couple Adam and Danielle Busby as they raise their 6 children, 5 of whom are quintuplet girls: Ava Lane, Olivia Marie, Hazel Grace, Riley Page, and Parker Kate. The couple also shares an older daughter, Blake Louise. OutDaughtered showcases the happy couple as they navigate life with all 6 of their children. The show follows their day-to-day lives, giving insight into home life with so many young daughters. The Busby Quints were actually the first all-female set of quintuplets born in the entire world since 1969, and the first in the US. We've got a rundown of the new season below, including the show's schedule, details on the first few episodes, and more. New episodes of OutDaughtered will drop every Tuesday night at run for approximately 1 hour in length. It's unclear at this time how many episodes Season 7 will feature, as each of the previous 6 seasons all had various episode counts. Check out the descriptions of the first few episodes of Season 7 below, courtesy of TLC. As Valentine's Day approaches, Adam is torn over how to make his little girls feel special during a holiday. Danielle throws the family a surprise they will never forget, and the Busbys learn about fire safety with an unexpected twist. Episode 7.2, Snowcat Iron. It's a trip of firsts for the Quints as the family heads to Wyoming for a ski trip. As the Busbys prepare for Hazel's eye appointment, they fear the worst. Also, with a global crisis looming, Adam and Danielle wonder what waits for them at home. The series follows the Busby family as they raise quintuplets. For those who are new to the series, the description of the show reads, 40 bottles a day, 420 diapers a week, and feedings every 3 hours became the new normal for Danielle and Adam Busby when they welcomed home the only all-female set of quintuplets in the country. The family of 3 became a family of 8 overnight, and we follow that incredible journey on OutDaughtered. The couple was blessed with their 5 youngest children after undergoing fertility treatment and intrauterine insemination, which was how they conceived their first daughter. Danielle explained how shocked they were to see 4 babies on the ultrasound before they realized they were actually having 5. The next ultrasound was pure shock. There were clear as day 3 sacs we could see on the screen at one time, and then one more kind of off to the side. So now we were looking at 4 babies. Adam is about to pass out, and I am laughing, she wrote on Instagram at the time. New episodes of OutDaughtered air Tuesday nights at the meantime. You can find all the latest in TV coverage and entertainment news here. Photos, Danielle Busby bikini pics, and plastic surgery gossip go hand in hand, debunking the fitness rumors about the OutDaughtered star. They're almost as prevalent as the Busby divorce gossip. Every time a new Danielle Busby bikini pic surfaces, the OutDaughtered star is swarmed with questions well-meaning and not about her physique and whether or not she's had plastic surgery. In an attempt at setting the record straight, we've gathered every publicly available photo of Danielle in a bikini, along with all of the most prominent gossip about how she does and doesn't maintain her physique. For starters, here's a recent shot of Danielle in a bikini on a triple couple's anniversary trip to Cozumel this past summer. The photo got a fair bit of tabloid attention thanks to a number of questions about whether Danielle had gotten a tummy tuck and because Adam Busby himself answered one of the commenters. In response to the question, which wasn't intended to be disrespectful, but still Adam said that no, Danielle hasn't had a tummy tuck. She's just very blessed with good genetics and a strong work ethic for working out. In fact, given the Busbys' reality TV prominence now that OutDaughtered just began its 6th season, it's almost easy to forget that Danielle last gave birth a pretty long time ago now. Her and Adam's oldest child, daughter Blake, is fast approaching 9 years old. The Quints are 4.5. Another Danielle Busby bikini shot from 2019. Husband Adam wrote a short love note alongside the pic. Another great getaway with my one and only. Batteries are recharged and ready to get back to Houston and hit the ground running. Happy 13 years, beautiful. Plus, one thing we know about Danielle from both OutDaughtered and social media is that she's a natural at turning her everyday routine with her 6 children into exercise. The 35-year-old made walking steps around the house, doing push-ups and sit-ups while surrounded by exploring toddlers and going For stroller-heavy endurance walks a huge part of her life. When OutDaughtered was in its early seasons. In Danielle's words, just trying to get some fitness in every day made all the difference. After that, she became the owner of a Houston-area rush cycle, so staying fit literally became part of her job. Danielle has since moved on from that franchise, but she still relies on fitness for part of her livelihood. Earlier this year, Danielle, along with her twin sisters Crystal and Ashley, started Cody, their own line of fitness apparel. The CAD in the name stands for Crystal, Ashley, and it also seems clear that Danielle derives a great deal of strength from her marriage to Adam. If that wasn't evident from their OutDaughtered screen time, consider the photo and caption that Danielle shared in honor of her and Adam's 13th wedding anniversary earlier this year. We've quoted her caption in full beneath the pic. It's at this point that we'll let the Danielle Busby bikini photos speak for themselves. We've assembled them in reverse chronological order, starting with a lone shot from 2018, then one from 2017. After that, things gets a bit more interesting. Here's a pair of Danielle Busby bikini pics taken underwater. These are from 2014. Note the 3-year gap between these full-body shots, the last ones taken before Danielle became pregnant with the Quints, and the one above, taken well after Danielle's pregnancy. Note also that these photos give you the chance to appreciate. Finally, we have a trio of bikini photos from 2013. Only the first one features just Danielle and Adam. The second and third are crowded girls' pics from a vacation that year. It's a big season for the Busby Quints on OutDaughtered. Adam and Danielle Busby definitely have their hands full on OutDaughtered. They're busy taking care of oldest daughter Blake as well as their quintuplets, Olivia, Ava, Hazel, Parker, and Riley. That would be difficult enough without the myriad everyday obstacles that get in the way and are even harder to navigate with 6 little ones. After a brief hiatus, OutDaughtered Season 6 premieres on TLC on October 1st, starting off a whole new season of Busby adventures. Birthdays. In Fornado Warning, Blake turns 8 shortly before the Quints turn 4, with all 6 special days taking place within a single week. Adam and Danielle have to contend with a tiny energy tornadoes living in their house, hence the title, and that energy only increases the older the girls get. Meanwhile, Riley begins pre-K, while Hazel adjusts to new glasses and Danielle deals with some stress over Adam's new job. Career opportunities appear to be playing a big part in the season, because Episode 2, Veggies You, concern jobs too. Danielle will be starting a new business, on top of her and Adam's joint venture to get the girls to eat healthier. They also get some news about their house. The Busby's house troubles began in Season 5 when they learned there was mold in their home. That led them to a search for somewhere new to reside for 6 months while the situation was straightened out. Viewers saw how frustrating it was to search for a new house because most of the options didn't have room for such a big family or the amenities the Busbys needed. And it seems like the news they get in Episode 2 won't be the most promising. In July 2019, Danielle spoke to Good Housekeeping about the state of their home, explaining that they were still living elsewhere while the mold problem persisted. She described it as a work in progress, but didn't seem too disappointed in their temporary home. Though she missed her massive kitchen, she was a fan of the house's pool and yard, which gave the girls plenty of space to roam around. The girls' birthdays are in April, so that must have been when Episode 1 was filmed. It follows that Episode 2 was filmed at the same time, or shortly afterwards. That would be around the time Danielle gave Good Housekeeping an update, so it seems like the Episode 2 news isn't going to give the Busbys the go-ahead to return home. While the housing dilemma is an ongoing issue, it won't be the only thing the Busbys have to deal with in Season 6. As the girls get older, the family will have to learn to navigate all manner of hurdles. But they'll handle them like they always do, and make the best of whatever arises. A birthday celebration is a good way to start Season 6 on a positive note and set the tone for everything that follows. Leading up to the birth of my first child, I remember having 2 main things on my mind: the fear of childbirth and dreading sleepless nights. And, let's be clear, those were both valid concerns. However, along with the feedings and diaper changes to interrupt my sleep, I also found myself lying awake with another sense of dread, realizing just how much money you end up paying for a newborn baby. A recent Baby Center survey found that parents can expect to spend $20,384 on baby-related costs in the first year of their kid's life, which, in no done news, also contributed to 89% of moms saying finances impacted their mental health. It's a stress I was reminded of all over again as we welcomed our second kid this year. The cost of bringing a newborn into the world goes far beyond baby gear. You're looking at things like insurance, hospital bills, college savings, and more. According to the experts, these are the major financial things to plan for when you have a newborn. Budget for essentials, hospital bills, health insurance, and basic needs. Budgeting for the essentials is key when it comes to not going into sticker shock when your newborn arrives. According to Michelle Pava of The Finance Therapist, some of the basics worth saving for are health insurance costs, hospital bills, and a little cushion for unexpected doctor visits. You'll have 30 to 60 days after your child's birth to register them for health insurance during a special enrollment period because you didn't have enough going on, right? From there, diapers, clothing, cribs, car seats, and feeding supplies will make up the core of your first major purchases. If you can, start a small savings account for your baby's future. It doesn't matter if it's $10 at a time. The habit itself builds confidence. Pava recommends saving up for 3 to 6 months of basic expenses as a goal. However, if that seems high, something is always better than nothing. Even $1,000 tucked away can give you breathing room, she says. What matters most is not a magic number, it's having a plan and knowing you can adjust as you go. Life insurance for yourself and your partner can help protect your family, putting financial resources in place if, knock on wood, anything were to happen to either of you. Disability insurance is another consideration, as it provides financial support if one or both parents are unable to work due to a severe illness or injury. Depending on your plan, this can help cover essentials like mortgage, childcare, and household expenses for a certain period of time. Legal stuff, savings account, a trust, updated will. Estate planning and guardianship when welcoming a newborn to your family. Estate planning entails the creation of legal documents to specify your wishes for your assets in the event of your passing or inability to make decisions for yourself. Prac shares. It can involve setting up a trust, selecting beneficiaries for retirement accounts and life insurance policies, and how you transfer ownership of your assets. For underage children, it's crucial to designate a guardian who can raise your child if you're unable. Childcare is often the biggest shock, sometimes.